The Hardy-Nickerson injury and what's going to happen there?
Yeah, hate that Hardy got injured. He was starting to play well. He had a foot issue that he was dealing with most of the year, and finally was starting to feel better. Really played well against Arizona. Practiced well last week. Started to look like a different guy, and I was just disappointed to see him go down. There's a bunch of different options. Really, it's going to depend on what happens with Kyrie and how healthy he is. We're going to train 2 or 3 different guys for that middle linebacker spot, but like I said, it'll depend on what happens with Kyrie.
But today was Barton's turn there?
Yeah, we worked Barton there today, and like I said, we'll kind of see how it plays out through the course of the week.
Maybe Reagan and Whitner could be in the middle?
Yeah, Chad could be there as well. So we'll work those 2, and like I said, and double train Kyrie as well. So we got a lot of options.
Do I understand correctly that some running backs are potentially being looked at to fill in?
Well, there was some talk on the sideline about it because we were down to 1 middle linebacker, and so we had talked a little bit about the potential of putting somebody there, but I mean we never got much further along. We were just looking for bodies at that point.
Does Kyrie almost looked like he was worse than he was at the end of last week as far as the arm?
No, I don't think so. I think he's doing a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he feels a lot better. He moved around a lot more today than he has been.
Think about Chris Harper's usage of the last game. It seemed like he didn't play a whole ton of snaps.
Yeah, he got a little hip pointer and kind of held him out. It got tight on him, and he's fine. He worked through it today in practice. He's going to be fine. Just he, had a hard time moving much. Started to get stiff on him and just couldn't do much.
Have you had a chance to look much at Richardson, the game that he had against Cal a couple of years ago?
Not really. No. No.
he just tore him up. I was wondering if there might be some special emphasis on him because it was close to 200 yards, I think.
Yeah. It's a different staff, different scheme, so we haven't gone back that far. So, we watched him obviously this year, and but no, hadn't looked back.
Without those three punt touchdowns, I mean, would you have liked to have seen what Goff could have done? I mean, he was having a pretty dang good.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen, what would have happened. I mean, that's kind of been our issue at times this year. I mean, we'll play well with the exception of a couple of big plays, and it's what's killed us. And there wasn't that big of a differential in yardage or any of that kind of thing. It's just there's a big differential in the scoreboard, and that's the only thing that matters. But it was. I would have liked to have seen what would have happened had that not happened. I mean, it stunned us a little bit, and our guys did a good job recovering. And like I said, cut it to 21-14, and really felt good about our chances at that point. I think our kids, were excited and felt good, and then, gave up 14 more points in our punt team. So that was a pretty devastating thing to happen.
You guys ran the ball, I think, more than you have all year by a pretty large margin, and got more yards than you had all year by a pretty large margin, even though you were down by so much. Is that just you need to practice running in a game? Is that kind of
No, it's kind of what we had. I mean, we thought coming in we'd be able to run the football, the way that they played us some, and felt like we had opportunities to run it, and like I said, once we ran it pretty well to get back in the game, and felt like. They're a good pass rushing football team. That's one of their strengths, and we didn't want to play into their hands, and tried to run the football as much as we possibly could.
I think Jared's one of the top guys in the NCAA in terms of 50-plus yard passes. It seems like the last few games, though, it's kind of been up going deep. Is that just the coverages? Or?
Yeah, we hadn't had a lot of big plays here the last several weeks. I mean, we had a bunch early in the year. A lot of that has to do with, kind of the way people are playing us. They're giving us not playing as tight maybe as they were earlier in coverage and taking away stuff over the top a little bit more, getting safeties over the top a little bit more. And I think that's why we've been able to run the football a little bit better as a result. Been facing a little bit less 8-man front and a little bit more too high safety looks that are not as easy to throw the football against down the field.
With regard to the running game, looking at the last 2 games and having more running success, is there a thought about maybe mixing in the run more in the beginning of the game?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, we tried to run it the other night. I mean, just, what's happened to us is once we get a drive started, typically we can get the run game going. We start playing faster, guys catch a rhythm, and that's when we start to run the football well. And so the most important thing we can do is make a couple of first downs early in a drive, and that'll give us an opportunity to wear the defense down a little bit and get in a rhythm and run the football.
Did Lupite go down during the game?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
The defense, it's given up, I think, the most points in Cal history. Could you ever imagine something like that to happen in this season and 2 games to go still?
Well, I mean, it's, no. I mean, we didn't anticipate that coming in. I mean, there's a lot of defenses that are giving up more yards in history because people run more plays, people score more points in games. All those things happen more often now than they used to. Now that's, obviously we don't want that to happen to us, and didn't anticipate it happening, and and we hadn't been very good. I mean, it's not hard to see that. So we just got to get better. Giving up too many points. I mean, the thing about it is, I think we've given up nine non-defensive touchdowns this year, which has got to be close to a record. I mean, that's basically 63 points that's not really on the defense. It's through punt returns, blocked punts, interceptions returned for touchdowns, that kind of stuff. So I mean, that's contributed to that total as well. And so it's it just hadn't been very good. I mean, we haven't played very well, and when you don't play very well, then you get a lot of points scored on you.
How many snaps did Freddie have at guard during the game?
I think he had about 15. He played 15, 20 snaps.
Is there a little more increase in that maybe this week?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how he practices and how he performs. And thought he did some good things at times. Just a little inconsistent still making some adjustments to the position. But, but he's still working hard at it and trying to get more accustomed to playing that spot.
What about Daniel? Is he still kind of coming back from stuff?
Lasco?
Pretty healthy?
Yeah, he's sore. I mean, he's going to be sore on Mondays, at the beginning of the week every week. I mean, he's got a little bit of shoulder issue, and that's typically the way those things play out. They're real sore on Monday, a little less sore on Tuesday, a little less sore on Wednesday, feel a little better Thursday, and hopefully by Saturday he'll feel good.
That's good.
Okay, thank you guys, appreciate it.